from our last few episodes, you know that we're also going to try and do 3 meals for $60 or less also.
Yep.
So here we go. Palm Springs, $60 or less. Let's go get breakfast.
All right, let's head on over. Wow.
Really good breakfast.
Yes, it was.
Big. We shared it, thankfully.
Yep.
So not only will it help our budget,
Yep.
but it'll also help our tummies.
Yep.
Especially mine. So it was Chef Chad's biscuits and gravy.
Right.
The gravy was sausage and pecan wood smoked bacon.
Yep.
The gravy does have a little sage, so if you don't like a sage flavoring in the gravy, you might want to look at other things.
Right.
But there was a lot of stuff on the menu. In fact, I think we'll come back.
Yeah.
And maybe
try lunch
while we're here.
Yeah. But it also came with hash browns. But you could choose house potatoes or fruit, I think.
Yeah, you had a couple of different options.
Right.
And then came with 2 eggs. I did scramble because Anne doesn't like eggs, and I was afraid sometimes they, even though I asked for a side plate, they sometimes still put it on top.
Right.
And then if the yolk breaks, it's done for Anne.
Anne's ordering a new meal.
So thankfully they did it correctly for me, and it was wonderful. Really filling.
Yes.
A lot of the dishes come with a side bread or toast because it's biscuits. In the biscuits and gravy, it doesn't.
Right.
And that's a good thing for us because we couldn't have finished an extra item.
Right.
So, good start of the day.
Yes.
Now we're going to have to go on later to lunch.
Perfect.
How much did it cost? You know we're going to do that all at the end.
Yes. We'll tell you later.
Out to lunch at Tyler's Burgers.
Yes.
Right in the heart of the downtown strip.
Mm-hmm.
Delicious.
Very good.
So good. You had?
I had a turkey burger for lunch, which was delicious.
And I had the bacon cheeseburger. Now we did have them, cut them in half so we could each have a little bit of each other's.
Right.
And then a big bite.
Oh yeah, you get a lot of fries for the price.
We asked for fries. We didn't know it was going to be a huge bucket.
Yeah,
So there was
glad we
unfortunately fries wasted.
Yes.
Because we didn't have a container to go.
And we decided to treat ourselves.
Yes.
And have a shake. And we decided on a chocolate shake.
So good. And
our waitress was so fantastic. She cut the burgers in half for us, and she split the shakes as well. So Drew over here wasn't having 3/4 and I was having 1/4. So she understands. But it was very good. It was delicious.
It was excellent. Is that good fried chicken?
Good. Nice and crunchy and perfect.
Here's some rib. Oh. Tangy, smoky, with some good pork barbecue ribs. Stop filming. I gotta eat the rest. Oh. So, the barbecue smelled so good last night as we were headed home.
Yep.
Couldn't wait. Couldn't record, had to get right to eating.
Yes.
So we got 2 of their plate meals. The first one was
fried chicken.
Fried chicken, 3 piece.
It comes with 2 sides.
Correct.
And
cornbread.
And cornbread. That's not a side to pick from. That's, you get it with it.
And what are the sides we picked for that?
We picked mac and cheese, and we picked baked beans. We wanted red beans and rice. It wasn't available. Probably because
we got there for dinner.
Pretty late.
So, and then we also got the pork ribs, which were
yes,
big.
Very
long,
big ribs.
thick,
A lot.
delicious
Yeah.
ribs. It also came with 2 sides and
Mm-hmm.
cornbread. The 2 sides for that we picked were yams and
Potato salad.
Potato salad, absolutely. Potato salad had some peppers in it,
Right.
give it some extra flavor, and the yams had kind of like a cinnamon or not
Yeah,
cinnamon,
like nutmeg.
Nutmeg, yeah. So I gave
it's
it a
still
little
good.
extra delicious.
Yes.
All that.
Yep.
We'll see what that brought our dinner to when we get finished for our 3 meals in Palm Springs. You're almost there to find out how we did.
Just want to let you know with that meal we had, it was delicious. It was very much like home style cooking.
Yeah, and again, that was Brown's Barbecue and Soul Food.
Yes.
I know we didn't say that there.
In Palm Springs.
In Palm Springs.
Right.
Yeah, delicious.
All right.
So we have gone around, had 3 delicious meals.
Oh,
3
yeah.
delicious meals.
Yes.
And let's see how we did staying under $60.
Well, let's start with one of your favorite meals, breakfast.
Yes, I do enjoy breakfast.
He does. First place we went was Wilma and Frieda's Cafe for breakfast.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We had the biscuits and gravy meal. It was a lot to share, which
It was
was
a lot
good.
of food. Yep.
What did the cost for that breakfast?
Total was $16.50 for that breakfast.
$16.50. And because it was so big is why we shared it.
Right.
We noticed that a lot of these breakfast places, they have been serving large portions. So it's good to share, especially to
Yep.
keep the cost down.
And it was just the plate of food, so we had water with lemon. That's usually our go-to.
Yeah, I mean, I know sometimes it's nice to have a coffee or a tea or juice or something, but
Right.
I like water.
Yes.
Especially if it's from a nice restaurant.
It's very refreshing.
It is crisp.
All right, let's move on to our next meal.
Yes,
Next
so
meal of the
then-
day, lunch.
Lunch, perfect. So where did we go for lunch? We had those delicious burgers, right?
Yes, at
Tyler's
Tyler's Burgers in
now
downtown Palm Springs.
Absolutely, yeah,
Yes.
right off the main kind of drag.
Yep.
We were told ahead of time that they are a little bit smaller. So that's why splitting breakfast was easy because we knew we were going to be probably having 2 burgers.
Right.
So we each had a burger. We shared the
shared
fries,
fries, thank
and then we
goodness.
shared the chocolate milk. Yeah,
And
you saw how
chocolate-
big those fries were. It's a good
We
thing
had chocolate milk or a chocolate milkshake?
chocolate milk shake. It was pretty melty, so it was almost like a cold chocolate milk, but chocolate milkshake. You're right.
And again, it was nice. The waitress split everything for us. The sandwiches were split in half. Fries didn't have to be split in half. Those were already
No, that
good
was
to
just
go.
a big bucket.
And the milkshake was split. So it was great. And that total was $33.
$33.
So it's a little more than we usually like to spend on a
so
meal.
that was going to make budget concerning for me in my
Right.
head right now. So,
But again, we're in California now.
yeah,
So
we're in Palm Springs.
In Palm Springs.
You're right.
So
Absolutely right. So we may have trouble with it. We might have to move it up to $75. But let's see what happened at dinner.
All right, dinner, we decided to do some barbecue. We had heard this place, Brown's Barbecue, was
Soul Food.
And Soul Food was the place to go.
Yeah, and it's not much to look at from the street, which usually
Right.
tells you it's
And
going
it's
to be
hidden.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was
kinda
hidden.
tucked away.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. So we had a lot of food. We had 2 big plates.
Yes.
Not having an idea. No one had told us about this when we looked this up on our own, so we
Right.
didn't have an idea of how big the portions were.
Right.
So we got those 2. What did that total come to?
$25.98.
$25.98. That's a great price for all that food we had.
Yes, it was.
So all 3 meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What was the grand total? Did we stay under $60?
We did not. If you did the math already in your head, $75.48. So
Lunch really killed us.
quite a bit over. But for 2 of us, Palm Springs, I still think overall we did pretty well.
I do as
For the
well.
quality of food too.
Yeah, and the burgers were smaller. I mean, they were perfect for one person. It was a great size for
Right.
one person, but it wasn't like a gigantic burger where you could have split
Right.
it. We would have been hungry.
Right.
So
And we would have been closer to our goal if we would have just split one of the meals from the barbecue place.
that's probably what we should have done.
Yeah.
We should have split dinner if we had known going in. But I mean, both the ribs and the fried chicken were so good.
We hate to tell you, if you go to this place, it's hard to choose because everything is good.
I have a party of 4, so you get 2 big plates, and then you can do your little sharing.
Yeah, they have catfish too, and that looks really good for the future. So that's what I'm looking
we'll
forward
have to come back to Palm Springs
later on. Yes.
If the person watching hasn't done it already, what should they do?
You should subscribe and follow us on different social media.
Yeah, we're on pretty much every one.
Yep.
So thank you, and we'll see you on the next episode.
All right. And the first one was William and Frieda's.
Is it William or Willa?
Wilma. Let's do that again. I said Wilma. What did I say?
William.
William.
William and Frieda.
All right, let's try that again.
First one was...
First one was William. Wow. I'm making the bloopers today. Okay.
How about if I say it for you?
I'll say it.
Okay.
I gotta do this. Yes.
That was our lunch, so we just went for lunch.
At title.
Let's see what happened. Let's see what happened at dinner.